Hey there, folks. It's 2:13 p.m. Saturday, August 15th, 2020. Okay. Don't mind the mess of the room and the kitty thing behind me and everything. If you look at me in 2014 when I took my first video, I think 2014. Anyway, and how I look today, it's a little different. Okay. This body should not still be going anyway. A lot of people want to understand a little bit more about what's going on with these spheres, so I want to show you. Okay, what the sphere is, first of all, it's all about energy. Your energy goes into it, but the energy that's in it, inside the stones, that's wrapped in pure copper. This isn't plastic lined or coated or aluminum, or it's pure copper, okay? I think the purest copper can be is like 99.6 or 8%. I don't know. It's pure copper. So anyway, there's two. This is half of one sheet, and two sheets basically go into every sphere, unless it's sometimes a little more gets added, but almost never. It all depends on the energy needed. The more copper you have, the more it takes the energy of all the stones together. And it helps them flow together. Another stone that helps with this is Shungite. Shungite helps energies flow together. The Esinite and fluorite can help there too, but Shungite's the best at making energy flow. We have a Merlin Sphere, and that cranks you up, makes you stronger, but it helps all your energies flow together, which in turn makes you more solid. And we also have a Shamanic journey sphere that's made for you just to relax, be calm, and flow a little bit out of your body. It's got some Esinite in it, and it just helps you go out to see things. When you want to relax, you're in the field. It helps you go into the field. It helps you come out and journey through the field. The field is everywhere. It's part of me. It goes through you, through activated uranium, goes through everything, okay? When you go to get information, it's part of the field. If there wasn't an actual Akashic records, it's just the field. Okay, that's all that information's there for you. Between my edema and my hiatal hernia, this got a sensitive to touch stomach and bloated up like a blowfish. Anyway, so now we have the copper, which moves energy around, and there's plenty of it in there. We have different stones that we put in for different things. Now, star Esinite, this is star Esinite, okay? This is actually some blackened star Esinite that the coating pretty much came off and there wasn't much in there, so I just use it as regular high crystal star Esinite. That's raw. When it's tumbled in a river, this is what it looks like. Either form Either form is fine. It's very strong. Okay. Now, as a lot of you might already know, this is celestite. Celestite is very, the energy in it works really well with the hypothalamus gland in your brain. That's the stone of understanding. This is a large piece of some garnet. It's very good for the strength of your spirit core. It's also very good for the heart, for strength. We all know about lapis. Lapis really works good with the pineal gland and the third eye, which is up here, which is the screen I've shown you on different in different videos where it's located. I'm going to attach a video to this video, and vice versa on the other video about the video I'm going to attach to it is about the body energy fields, how they work, how you, who you really are, spirit, sentient energy, when you're stuck in a body, how your metaphysical abilities are allowed to come forth, come through your body, and for you to use them. This is also good for talking. The pineal, as you'll see in this other video, the pineal energy goes like this. It's not just a focus here, it's this whole area. I see this stuff, I look at it, for it's just something I was made, it's how I was made in the beginning, to serve and protect. And if I'm going to protect, I have to know exactly what I'm looking at and be able to deduce whether it's a problem or not right away, and I have to know what I'm dealing with. So that's why I'm very strong in that manner. Now, here's some chrysocolla. This stuff is beautiful. It helps energy move around. It's good for the heart. It's good for the whole body. It's good for the head. Now this is what we at the Spiritual Foundation we call almite. Capital A, capital L, capital M, I-T-E. It's got a few different types, 3 different types of stone in it that are important. Now this on the end is azurite. Very strong with the pineal and talking. So it's the pineal field plus its strength, confirmation, affirmation. And then we have the lapis, which is a lighter blue, which is seen here. And then we have this other green, and the green is malachite. So azurite, lapis, malachite, ALM, and then ite, because stones are called ite. This is dragon egg star Esinite. When it comes in a form that's almost purely from the star, plus what else mixed in with Gabriel's planet, the first planet. What it mixed with that was crystal. Gabriel's first planet, the first planet, which is Gabriel's planet, that's her spirit that was inside there. It's mostly pure. It was more crystal, almost more crystal than anything else. So I had this one piece that's 66 pounds. We have another piece downstairs that's 187 pounds. But it's star, crystal from Gabriel, and then crystal from the earth here, Gaia. And so it's dragon. If you look at the outside of it and the way it's made, it's got a lot of dragon energy in it. So it qualifies as dragon egg star Esinite. This is normal high crystal, high quality star Esinite. Dragon egg star Esinite, I don't have a piece of it here. It's got a coating around it. It's almost like it's an egg. So and then you break the shell open, and that outer shell is very powerful, the energy coming out of it. And then when you have this huge crystal, you break it open, and this is what the crystal looks like. And those of you that have already bought some, you understand. There's not, well, there's still some left, but we've slowed down in selling it. Right now it's not for sale anyway. It will be later. This, when I break it up, it has sharp edges, and it'll cut you just like a razor blade. So, be careful if you have a sharp edge. Usually before we get rid of it, I'll, hit it with something to take the edge off of it. This is the strongest stone that there is, period, anywhere. Okay? For the earth and human body, this is the strongest stone that there is in creation. It's extremely high vibration, but it's strong. Citrine. Citrine is good for focus. It's also cleaning. When I would go into people's brains, say they and do what we call crank ups, if they were getting stoned a lot and stuff, I had to use those frequencies, the same thing as that. When you source, all frequencies that exist everywhere are part of you. So anyway, I use that same energy to go through people's middle crown. And and the rest of the brain too, and I just clean it out, and they can feel it. They feel more alert. They see things sharper. Okay. Now, when you get star Esinite is incredibly powerful. It's just by itself without being cranked up. Regular star Esinite is the strongest stone on the planet, and star Esinite is. If it's the crystal dragon egg star Esinite, the big crystal of it, that's the strongest in the family, but the family of star Esinite is the strongest that there is. Now, there's the name of the star. The star that was blown up, and Gaia, her planet, they were spirit mates. They were universal essence spirit mates. They came out just like you have a spirit mate. When a spirit comes out, it settles, it vibrates, and then splits into two different parts, which is male and female. Planets are always a universal essence. Planets are always female, and then stars are always sun. Well, Gaia was huge, but the sun was bigger in size. So anyway, the name of the spirit inside the sun is Roll, capital R-O-L. All the stuff is in the books, creation books. And because they're spirit mates, when their energy is together, it's very strong. But it's very smooth too. When you have star Esinite on you, in your pocket or whatever, you're getting some very balanced energy. But it's Gaia is her planet was 270 times her planet's mass. Gaia's planet's mass was 270 times the mass of Jupiter. That's how big she was. So anyway, she's so strong that when you hold her, when it's near you, when you connect with it, her energy, her spirit goes inside your body, but she's so strong, she literally takes part of your energy flowing outside of your body and pulls it into your body. again, if you look at the video where I show you, it's a picture of a video, excuse me. If you look at the video, that's listed at the end of this video, at the very end of it, and watch it, you're going to see a picture of a man standing on the ground, a figure of a man, and then like a balloon coming out of his head, and the balloon is much bigger than what's shown on paper. I was just trying to show you that the rest of you comes out and hangs out out of your body. It goes out through the head. Now your energy comes out of you all over the place, but the actual spirit part of you is going up through the frequency filter that's right here. Okay, excuse me. There's another stone. This is what we call muddy Esinite. It looks like mud. That's a rock. This is one of the most relaxing stones you'll ever hold in your hand. You hold it and you calm down. Now, when you hold or have near you some star Esinite or regular Esinite that doesn't have the star energy in it, this is red Esinite. Okay? Red, excuse me, just a minute. So this red Esinite, there's no star in it, but there is. It's such a small portion, it's hard to call it star Esinite, but it's Esinite. It's got Gaira in there, and star Esinite is the star body material from the star, which is roll. It's Gaira's planet's material in there that's got Gaira's energy in there, not spirit. All this is about energy, not spirit. The spirit stays outside of the stone, but they put their energy in it. And it's also Gaia. So Gaia's in Esinite, and Gaia's in the material with her energy is in Esinite and star Esinite. So star Esinite has the energy from 3 different beings in it. Esinite has the energy from 2. Gaira and Gaia. So this is very strong for the heart. It's very, very rare. What little we have is not for sale. Of course, we're not selling stones and everything right now. We're just selling the spheres. Before I get to finishing the sphere itself, how to use the sphere. This is known as peacock ore. Okay. It's heavy because it's ore. Ore was never originally on Gaira, as Gaira was still warm and semi-molten state. A lot more lava than what you would have today. I mean, more than half the planet was still molten. Close to 3/4, not quite. Anyway, so this ore came here. This is actually the name they have for is boronite. Sometimes people call it chalcopyrite. It's also called, as I said, peacock ore, but we call it unicornite because it is literally infused with energy from the unicorn spirit being. This is the only stone that actually fights negativity. Some of my friends are millionaires, acquaintances, close acquaintances. And I told them that in their office, if they get a piece about 4 times this big and put one on each side of their door, when someone goes to, I'm not talking about a piece that I've cranked up, when they go through the door, they're going to get hit hard with this energy. It's actually aggressive. This is the only stone that is actually aggressive. It actually goes after negative spirit, negative energy. It goes after it. It attacks it. That's how unicorns are. That's exactly how they act. So you put a big piece on both sides of a door going into an office and next to a plant or whatever you want, sitting on a little pedestal or something, whatever, decorative thing. And if they're too big, when someone comes up and they're negative inside, they're going to hesitate to even go in. But if they don't have as much negativity, when they go in, they're going to literally like jerk a little bit, and blink their eyes, make a little bit of a funny face. If they don't jerk, it depends on how big the piece of unicornite is. Okay. Crystal is about getting clarity into what you're seeing. Here's a nice piece of. This is actually Smoky Quartz crystal, but it has just a little bit of the smoky content to it. This is a piece that's dark Smoky Quartz. The dark Smoky Quartz can help you give clarity in what you're seeing. But it's also it's also a little calming. And I was trying to say too with the star Assinite. Well, with Assinite, but star Assinite too. When you've got Gaira in there, she takes more of your energy that's outside and pulls it into your body. Because your energy gets off balance. There's too much of her in there. She can't help it. She's that strong. She's that big, that powerful. She's the strongest planetary essence that there's ever been. Period. She's the biggest. She's the strongest. So she pulls more of you that's floating outside of you into your body through the filter, down into your body. That makes you stronger. Now, as you have these stones, with Esinite, she does the same thing, but the Gaira's energy, depending on your health, your type of spirit, but no, as long as you're not negative. If you're 27% lower frequencies, which doesn't, make you a bad person. I've met people that were 47% lower frequencies, and they weren't happy people. They didn't want someone to try to make them happy. They just wanted to be left alone. They're non-combatant. And I protect the hell out of them. Everyone has the right. They didn't make themselves negative. It was done to them by the original first being halves, and they're dead. Anyway, so that's how and then star energy. Well, depending on what kind of spirit you are, how clean you are, how healthy you are, you can get a good 900% increase in your core energy when you have star Assinite on you. Now, when you have star energy, that's about a 300% increase. Now, that's when it's separate. When they're together, the accumulated increase isn't always as high. It's usually not as high as as what they are, their maximum separately. But star Assinite, when someone is strong and they're clean and they're healthy, Star Esinite can increase your metaphysical abilities, your core. They increase your core strength, your spirit core going through your body. They increase that power, that your core's power level. It can do it times 1600%, make you 16 times stronger in your core. That increases your willpower, cleans the hell out of your energy fields, what people call chakras. Gets rid of blocks that are in there, unless there's something really, really messed up. A lot of people's spines were messed up at birth to make it more difficult for them to use their abilities. So anyway, some Esinite that's muddy, that only increases your energy about 250%. Muddy Esinite. But it's so relaxing. I've put it in people's hands before, especially this one guy in North Carolina, I think it was North Carolina, Tennessee, I can't remember. But he literally started falling over asleep. I had to grab him. He was going out. That won't do it to everyone. He was, rather susceptible to it. But it just relaxes you. Definitely good for going to sleep. And I don't have a bunch of it here that I've any access to. And we're only selling the spheres right now. We don't have the time to make everything and set everything up. And I should be out of here before too long. So, Deanna's got stuff she's got to do too. Now, a lot of stuff. This is a piece of selenite. The energy in here is pretty much directional. It's got fibers in it, okay? Any stone, if you hold it with your fingertips like this, the fingertips and the palm is where your energy goes in and out. It doesn't flow in with the left and out with the right. No, sorry. You can do that. You can tell yourself that's how it works, and your body can start slowly doing it. But that's not the natural flow. When you pick up a stone and hold it like this, your palm gets in there and energy flows through it, plus the fingertips. You relax and feel it. Take a nice full breath or two or three. And then open up your mind. Just relax and open yourself to feeling the stone. Just go into it and try to feel it. When you do that, you'll feel it going through you. Gaia and Gaia and the star energy, this is just Gaia. But there's spirits outside of the stone, not in it. They literally will not push it through your body if you don't want it. If you're afraid of it, they will not put it through your body. They'll let it get to your hands and maybe at the most your wrist, and they'll stop it. So you have to want it. Now, this is a high vibration. Selenite is really good for your skeleton. If you take selenite, and then get some lapis, some star Esinite, and then citrine, if you put them together and get your fingertips on it as much as you can, and just relax, you'll feel the energy of all of them together. Feel one stone at a time and then try two different stones together. You're going to find that they feel different. Okay, there's no magic, there's no nothing. This is a simple thing. It's energy. And it's not spirit. The spirit doesn't go into you. Now, this is Danburite. It was first found in Danbury, Connecticut. This is extremely high vibration. Okay, hold it from the ends. Relax. And it's almost like a buzzing. It's like a buzzing that goes through you. That's good to put with lapis or whatever you want. Get the stones and play with it. You don't have to get stones that are cranked up. When I crank up Deanna and I crank up stones here, they're much stronger, but it also changes the frequency. So I would have stones that are both. For now, starting off, I think it's more important for you, and we're not selling the stones anyway by themselves. Not until things, not until I'm out of this damn body and things settle down. But you should understand the stone's energy first. Now the spheres. This is some inexpensive plastic, okay? It's good acrylic plastic, the top is, and that's just cheap plastic coated with some kind of plastic thing, whatever. This one is to help relieve stress, so it's not as strong. But still, with my energy here, it's already in the stone and it's moving in and out. Okay, now you take your hands way out here, aim your palms and fingertips. You don't have to go like this, just have them open and aim it towards the middle of the sphere. Just feel the sphere, see the sphere in the head in the middle of it, and very slowly, you have to go like this slow. Okay, I'm starting to feel a little more heat in my hands. A little more. I got to drop my left arm at when I hold it up, it hurts the hell out of my chest. Anyway, so I get right here. You got to go slow, and then you get a little closer, you feel a little more. But there's going to be areas where you feel like when you first start to feel it, it's almost like there's a barrier. You can feel, well, there is a barrier, but it's going to feel a little bit like a barrier. All of a sudden your hands fingertips start tingling, your palms get warm, your fingers get warm, you feel pressure. It's not always just pineal people, but lots of times pineal people feel pressure. That's your energy going into that stone. And then the star Essinites in almost every single one of them, and the ones that are maxed out, they have a ton of star Essinite in them. Your energy goes in there, and then Gaira's energy comes out, star energy comes out, but the Gaira, she's the one who adds to it and pulls more of your energy into your body to make you stronger. Now, once she pulls that spirit down into your body, it's not going to go back out. It's already in your body dealing with emotions, and if it tries to go out through the filter, through your crown, it's not going to make it because it's bonded with you inside the body. So just holding star Essinite for an hour and letting go of it, you're going to be stronger. People have these things near their beds. When I found out about Essinite, I was told, hey, this will make you a lot stronger, is what I was told inside. And so I said, okay. And I said, and how much? And I'm getting like 35, 40 pounds, maybe 50. I said, okay. So I got about 100. Put it underneath the bed, put it next to me under the pillows. And then I did the same with star Essinite, and that it makes you stronger. Now they have different, those tones you listen to, they go, and they're in stereo. You put them on your head. I forget what you call it. That can stimulate your pineal and stuff like that, but biometric, I don't know. Anyway, they can stimulate your brain a little bit. Okay, they do something. Okay, but they don't do what the stone does. Okay, especially when it's really cranked up with source energy. So, and these things, this is made for calming and relaxing. This one will still go out 45 foot, reach up 45 foot. And some of them go more, but I'm not going to. It's like I say, star Essinite increases your core energy unless you're sick or doing drugs or something. I don't mean smoking some weed every once in a while, which honestly, as far as your ability is concerned, it ruins it cuts down your abilities. Okay, period. It allows you to be bothered by other spirit that attaches to you and goes through your upper crown, middle crown, lower crown, and right into your hypothalamus and just tell you what to do. And it takes away your strength. It's just negative. I used to smoke all the time when I was younger. I felt I had to keep my sanity. When I was a teenager, later teens, anyway, late teens. So, one of these spheres is so strong. If it goes like stone energy goes through pretty much anything. If you have 4 bedrooms upstairs that are close together, and 4 bedrooms downstairs, that are kind of close together, you can put one of these spheres on a small table on the upper floor, and it'll literally crank up while everyone's sleeping. It'll crank everyone up. It's strong enough to crank everyone up just as much, just the same, and just as strong, because Gabra's huge. Her energy is incredibly strong, and the more that you're ready for, the more she'll put in there. She's ready for this change. The change that's already started on the other side, you can't see it. And there's nobody that knows what they're doing anything to control people. That's why you have all this insanity. Idiots running around in the streets, burning everything up and, shooting people, and it's insane. But anyway, like I said, as soon as this body's dead, I'll be free, and they're all going to die. Anyway, you'll see. It's a simple thing. So that's what's going on with the spheres, okay? You can play with them. People take them in work, put them in a little cubby, and then working on everything else. And if it gets to be a little too strong on them, where your head feels too thick for too long, you get used to it quick. But if it is, then you just put it in the car. Put it in your bedroom. You can try putting it next to you. If that bothers you and you can't go to sleep because your head feels like it's made of lead and it's just expanding, then put it at the other end of the room. And if that's not enough, put it outside the room. But you're not going to have that problem, because Gaia and the star energy plus Gaia, like I said, when their energy goes into your hands, when you hold a stone, they're not going to force it. They're not dominating like that. They're here to help. So if you're getting too much, the chances are that they're going to kick back. But when I put my energy in there, my source energy, and Deanna does too, which is good because female is planetary, which is very healing. Stars, they have very strong, incredible power, but they can't heal like a planet. None of us are any better than each other. And, we're all family. We're all equal. We all have equal rights. We can do things, different things better than each other. So what? That's, that just goes to show that when you do stuff together, that's a lot of power. And if you ever try to use your abilities to do something negative or to hurt someone or control someone, or abuse them through the field, I'm just going to shut you down. And I'm not trying to sound totalitarian or, wow, look at what I can do or something. It's just, it doesn't fit the format. It's time for compassion, honor, equality, and justice. And it's just going to be everywhere. People who are really nasty, they're going to be taken out. Okay. part of me that I released a while ago, a long time ago, a few years ago. He likes the name Leo, and I said, cool. And he's dragging. It's me inside. I went inside me, pulled it out, and put it out through my crowns, and let him go. And I told him, same thing. With us, it's the same thing, because we're talking to ourselves, and said, go protect the Leo cluster, the Leo constellation. And he's so big that he can fit, that the Leo constellation will fit inside him. And if you look at the distance between some of those stars, it's huge. You have no idea how huge you are when the strongest but teeniest part of you is inside a body. That's why when you look at the picture of the man standing on the ground and the balloon that goes through the head and everything, that's not an accurate summation whatsoever. You have to multiply that balloon times more than 1,000 to be accurate. Anyways, so you understand how these spheres work. You can feel it and play with it, okay? Now, after you have it for a while, it makes you stronger. It activates you more. When the stone isn't near you, if you leave it at home, you go to work, you have more of you inside you, which increases your fortitude, your strength. It can actually slightly increase your physical strength. Slightly. Emphasis on slightly. Okay? But it definitely increases your willpower and everything else. People have used star Assinite to stop smoking and all kinds of stuff. So you don't put it in your pocket and say, damn it, I still want a cigarette. You have to make up your mind that you don't want the cigarette. But if you make up your mind to not want the cigarette, it increases your fortitude, and your willpower is so strong that that's what helps you quit. So anyway, if you go to the Spiritual Foundation, we list some of the major stones that go into different spheres and what the purpose of the sphere is. People, that's free information to start to understand what's going on with the stones. That's free. There's no money to spend. Okay, now these spheres are expensive. Hey, our stones are expensive. We buy the very best we can. We buy from people all over the world. The energy that we put in there, Dan is very strong. I'm the strongest thing there is, whatever. The thing is that you can't find a sphere that's near as strong as ours. Strong, very strong, and help you a lot? Yes. You'll be able to get that from other people that is source. But it's not the same as what we have, okay? I'm not putting them down at all. Okay, they're going to do really good selling spheres. That's one reason ours is more expensive. Okay, but the stones that goes into these things, there is almost no crystal dragon egg star Assinite on this planet. Okay, and we happen to have a lot of it, plus a place where we have access to go in and get more. So, and that stuff sells, when we sell it for $10 a gram, but you could sell it for $20 if you wanted to. Other people eventually will say they're source and buy this cranked up, whatever. People start, if you're into this, okay, and you can, go to a stone store, just buy a few stones and feel them, get used to them. Star Assinite also goes through other stones and cranks them up to where they actually, put out more energy. So the lapis gets stronger, the selenite gets stronger. The citrine gets stronger. Smaller. I gotta stop. So anyway, this energy is forever. Nothing can pull it out. Oh, and what I was saying, and you're going to find out is this keeps making you stronger and stronger. And then when you leave it, if you leave a sphere at home and you go down the road with your friends, it's not going to reach you. It only goes like 45 feet or more, whatever. If you go to the store, go out to have a beer or something, a drink, whatever, you're still stronger inside from having more of you inside you. The star Assinite has been cleaning out your energy focal points or fields, or what many call chakras. So you are much stronger. But after a while, you get so much stronger that when you feel the sphere, you're going, I don't feel like I used to. And then I used to have an issue with that, and I put some videos out a long time ago about it, but it's so hard to find any of my videos. So I'm trying to do a summary of what I feel is most important, at least what I can think of as really important for you to know. And I've cranked up over 2,000 people. They're strong. There's an army that's going to light up soon. They don't have guns. They have power, metaphysical power. And when I'm out of here, everyone gets stronger. People who can't see are going to start seeing naturally. So everything's going to change. There's going to be a bigger need for metaphysical practitioners, people who can use their abilities. ETs are coming in. They see these spheres. They literally can see through your roof. They see the sphere. They see my energy in it. They know exactly who I am. They see that energy going into people. People that I've worked with before and cranked up, they've had ETs running through their houses now for years. So, and everything's going to change with that. So anyway, give this to your children. Give it to your children's children. Women that are pregnant, it's fine. Okay? There's never been a problem. If you feel nervous about it, just keep it away from you. But at the same time, if you feel nervous about it, Gaia and Gaia and the star energy, they respect you. And they also understand better than you do, believe it or not, that you need to be protected and how much your body can have. And it also makes your baby stronger. I've cranked up people who are pregnant and everything, and they had their children. They're just like, wow, so happy, healthy babies. I've gotten rid of ADD in people and done all kinds of goofy stuff. But I can't do energy work anymore other than cranking stuff up. So, anyway, that's why these spheres are important. There's people out there, bless their hearts, that have bought pretty much every sphere we sell, or pretty much every one we sell. But things are about to change, and these ETs, they come right to the people with the spheres. They like to hang around the sphere. They won't take it from you, but they will come around and look around and play with it. The Fae like it too, but Star Esinite is pretty strong with the Fae. Fae love Muddy Esinite. They love Tiger's Eye, Tiger's Iron. The Fae used to have issues dealing with iron because it wasn't originally part of Gaia. It came in and, asteroids and stuff. But they've learned how to deal with it, so it's not an issue anymore. Anyway, so much for my short video. But if you go to the website, there's all kinds of information there on purpose to help you understand different stones, what they do. Just go to the store right now. Go to the store and buy them. As inexpensively as you can. They don't have the same power that our stones do because they're not cranked up by Dan and I. But it's important to have. I'd like to have a couple stones around here that I hadn't cranked up. But any stone in this house, it gets immediately cranked up. And that'll never change. Here, the place we're going to have in Hawaii and definitely in Spain, we have a location ready for the first foundation headquarters, whatever you want to call it. is going to be in Coral Gables. The second one is in Spain, and then the third one will be in Hawaii. As a matter of fact, part of the Bahamas is going to be purchased shortly after I'm out of here. About somewhere between 2-3 months after I'm out of here, it'll be bought by this new country that we're forming. The Essex Ramirez and Aya Foundation, and the Essex Ramirez and Aya Foundation, and some ET hybrids and ETs themselves, and the Alliance of Life on the other side. Alliance of Life, that's in book 3 for the Creation series. If you want to know who you are, what the truth is, all this religious God and all this other stuff is, who you really are, what else is out there, types of spirit and everything, book 1, then book 2, then book 3. Book 3 has a ton of stuff in it, and we finally got paid back for the investment we had to put in, thousands and thousands of dollars to make these books. So we cut the price. We almost pretty much cut the price of the third book in half, and the other ones aren't too expensive. So if you're to take yourself out for a nice meal at a nice restaurant, chances are you're going to spend more than what you would spend on these 3 books, and the information's nowhere. The reason why it's here now is because I brought it, because I'm the strongest thing there is. I've been being attacked and beat up, or trying to beat me up, everything on the other side, and I've just been killing them. Anyway, I know this seems like nonsense to a lot of people, and depending on how awake you are and aware of who you really are and your abilities, it should. This is important for me to do now, but it's most important for you to have all this information after I'm gone and I start doing everything, finish destroying China, blow the hell out of the Three Gorges Dam. I don't care if it makes it through the rainy season, but it's still raining over there. The drought is still the drought. It's worse. The floods are still flooding everywhere. It's raining. So you either have major drought or major rain and flooding, famine, disease. I'm going to make a video, unless I go beforehand, which I don't see happening. I should have a video out in a little while about everything that's happening and explain something, and then show you where it happens on video by other people taking these videos, and I'm going to explain it. That's not final proof, but that's enough to make you think and wonder, okay, maybe this guy is not just a nut. And then you'll understand. And if nothing else, the more you can understand that I know what I'm talking about, the more you'll understand when I say that y'all are such awesome beings and you can do so much. You'll start having a little faith in it, and you'll start relaxing. How do you try to see things through the pineal? You just do it. You just keep doing it. You ride a bike, you fall off. What? I need to find a book. No, just do it. Do it again. The next thing you know, because you got to do it and you see something, you don't have any faith in it. Just write it down. And then do something, see something else, write it down. And you're going to find out what you're seeing is true. There's a message there. And it's just, the hard part is trying to understand what you're seeing, not the fact that you're seeing something. Okay, well, so much for my 15-minute video. Folks, I love you. Take care. And that's what these spheres are. That's how to use them. You put them out there while you're sleeping, and then it's making you stronger. And I've explained how they make you stronger. So, and all the other different stones we have, they're all the highest quality. Some of them gem, AAA. The worst stones we have, as far as a rating, would be AA, which is still a very nice stone. And we don't have many of those. So anyway, go down to the store. Buy some lapis, some selenite. Buy a piece of lapis, a piece of selenite, a piece of citrine. And feel them. Start learning about them and the energy they have. If you go to a store where they have the stones on display, just look at them, see what you're pulled to. You're going to be pulled to it for a reason. Just buy a small piece. So, and if you put the stones in a small bag next to you, put them in a plastic bag in a Ziploc, and then if you want, put it in another one, a cloth one or something, and put it next to you when you sleep. You know, put it next to your body or something. When they're that close, they'll work on you. They can help. Another stone that's really good is Pneumite. Nuumite. It's an extremely relaxing stone. It'll have like little sparkles and stuff in it. Okay. It's Nuumite. That's a very relaxing stone. So, folks, you'll have a lot of fun. You really will. Love you. Take care and have a good one.